Greetings. We got some new skills. The knights do be embered. No doubt about that. Whenever you attack a frozen enemy, a burst of ice shards shatters the enemy. That's almost as good as my Caesar salad I had last night. Would be nice to revive twice. Would be nice to start with more gold. Start with more gold. I just got a job at the Everett Costco. If I see you, should I say, hey man, love your shit? Or is that cringe? Are you allowed to swear if you work at Costco? Are you allowed to swear in the Costco if you work at Costco? You can just say hi, it's fine. I mean, you don't have to say the S word. I'll probably be with my kid if I'm in the Everett Costco. So maybe like, you know, keep it PG-13, but... Okay, I'm gonna try a full-on melee build because I think it forces you to stay frosty, and I'm going Mace Windu pilled. PG-13 lets you say 1 F per movie. Well, yeah, I get 1 F-bomb a day. I'm using it. Probably some Bellingham driver cuts me off. I'll tell him to get F'd. Drivers from Bellingham taking time out from yelling at Canadian consumers traveling to Bellingham to buy their milk to they themselves drive to Portland, Oregon to purchase something without sales tax. Remember that time we were playing GeoGuessr and it was Bellingham and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stop slandering Bellingham. It's actually like a really nice place. I've never seen this part of it before. And then it turns out that it was like Bellingham, New Jersey instead of Bellingham, Washington. Oh man. How about hurl a ghostly spear to damage and poison enemies? This is Massachusetts. What? New Jersey, Massachusetts. Same thing. No, they're not. They're different. In New Jersey, they're like water. In Massachusetts, they're like, table for 8? You're gonna spend a lot of money? Go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. Obey your mother. Whenever you hit an enemy with a skill that poisons them. A little poison synergy. Wisdom, precision. I'll go with some wisdom for now. Brother, I gotta tell you, it is not easy to get perfect on this poison spear. Life comes at you fast. Is it Taylor ham or pork roll? I'm not taking a side in that debate. It's like, it's the damn Council of Nicaea. You're trying to get me excommunicated. Also, I don't even know what it is. It's roasted pork lunch meat? It's crazy that ham is pork, but it isn't. You know what I mean? Like ham, they're both from the same animal, but ham is not pork. Is it a pork product? I wouldn't debate that at all. Obviously, it's a pork product. That's a matter of fact. But it's not pork. It's a pork product. There's a if you don't know the difference, then don't come at me saying I don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. And stop trying to distract me. I gotta stay focused here. Nice try. A relic orb. Useless. No, it's not useless. It's integral to the meta progression. No, it will obey your mother. Sorry. Is steak beef? That's what I'm saying. It is and it isn't. is steak. Obviously, steak is a kind of beef, but it's not beef. Like, it's not... If I was like, I want beef for dinner, and then you cook me a steak, I would be like, yo, you went above and beyond. I wanted beef, you gave me steak. But if I wanted steak and you gave me beef, I would be like, what? I said I wanted steak, you piece of crap. Do there's anybody out there making hamburgers with like ground up ribeye? Men are so funny. By the way, I am one, so I can say anything, no matter how offensive it is. Men will really be like, I'm getting super into cooking. Oh, really? What did you make? Oh, like hamburgers, but with good beef. Don't be mad. You know I'm right. What do you do? What's your hobby? I've recently started getting really into cooking. Oh, really? Have you been making anything interesting? I've been cutting my own potatoes and frying my own French fries lately. There's nothing wrong with it. If you get offended, maybe there's something wrong with your perception of yourself. I've been making my own fried chicken at home, actually. I'm upset that you're completely right. I lived it, so I know. The first perfect skill use in each room casts War Cry, increasing all knights' damage by 25% for 5 seconds. Seems like more of a multiplayer pickup. More damage to stun enemies. Your first weapon hit on an enemy is a crit. Gain 15 armor. Whenever you defeat an enemy, gain armor. Listen, that's a purchase and a half right there. What's the best dish that you can make? I don't know. Homemade fish and chips. Buffalo chicken tenders. But here's the thing. I bought breadcrumbs instead of just getting them out of the frozen food section. I would like to reroll, please. Whoops, I'm hitting E instead of R. Your skills can now crit with the same chance as your weapon. Whenever you use a skill, get bonus skill damage. Whenever you crit, you conjure a lightning bolt. I'm saving. I'm saving for now. I know they're epic, but I'm saving. If I really wanted them, they shouldn't be epic. They should be Steam. Because Gaben is based, I think. I don't know. I don't know that much about him. I know he's got that submarine. Precision is crit chance. Vigor is HP. Honestly, some HP would serve you well. I know my own biases, okay? Or my own foibles, my own Daniel Kahneman mistakes here. Biggest problem I have in roguelites is not prioritizing HP. Because at some point I got half decent in Isaac and decided buying HP was a waste of your resources because you could just not get hit instead for free. It's time to unlearn that habit. What the heck is he doing here? What do they think they can accomplish? Obey your mother. Knowing yourself is half the battle. So true. To thine own self be true. I don't think we want the wisps. We'll take Knight's Charge for now. Actually, I realize now my best dish, a lot of people can't handle it, but my actual best dish is, here's what you do, okay? So first off, you need a really clean kitchen counter to do this, because this is not something you can just do on a cutting board. You need the whole counter, okay? So you pour out an entire bag or two of Tostitos Hint of Lime tortilla chips on your marble countertop, and then you take a jar of queso and you just sort of pour it like over the top, and then you buy those pre-cooked chicken strips from the grocery store and you just sort of lay those over top, and then you just take 2 tomatoes and crush them in your hands and then sort of like drizzle the juice over top and then drop the tomatoes on. And then you're gonna take like 2 red onions, you're gonna chop them up and you're gonna put them over the top. Here's where things get interesting. Now you're going to take ketchup and you're going to go... And then you're going to take Hershey's chocolate syrup. Not the hard shell, where it gets cold and makes a shell. You're going to take the default chocolate syrup and go... Then you're going to take some truffle salt and you're going to go... And then you take a rolling pin and you just put it on one end and you just go... And then you take that and you scrape it into a baking pan and then you cover it with shredded cheese. And here's the thing that... You were probably with me so far, but here's the thing that's going to maybe lose some people. You put little marshmallows, like the kinds that you would put in hot chocolate. You put those on top of the shredded cheese. Then you put it under the boiler for like 5 minutes until the cheese and the marshmallows brown. Then you take it out and you slice it and you serve it. Sorry, not the boiler, the broiler. I want to be very specific because I know many of you are going to make this recipe for yourselves, and I don't want you to boil it and then be like, why does it taste so bad? I want you to put it under the broiler so it gets nice and crispy and delicious. Whenever you poison an enemy, poison an enemy. You gain bonus skill damage for each armor you have. When armor is removed, skills are refreshed by the amount of the armor lost. This is insanity. Do you guys remember Linsanity? That was a great era for the NBA, right? I don't know because I don't watch basketball. Yeah, he was electric. What the heck? Why is he looks different now? Has he learned from our previous bout? Hey, hey! Stop hitting me. Last time I was here I had a shield and I was kicking your ass, honestly. I'm kicking my ass. Do you mind? I'm just taking damage for no reason. Do you mind? Actually, I am doing a lot of damage at least. And we full heal after we kill this fool anyway. So what do I care? Nice try. Nice try. You stink. And I don't like you. Look at the poison damage, bro. Oh! Anyone remember Lin-Manuel Miranda? Yeah? You ever see Lin-Manuel Miranda rapping on House? I'm a manic Hispanic who's got a... And then he loses the rhyme, and then he looks at Dr. House, and Dr. House goes, "My name is Jeff." And then Lin-Manuel Miranda goes, "Dr. House in the house, y'all." It's a pretty good episode. Dr. House verbally abuses a member of his staff until she kills herself. But here's the thing, he was right. So, really, in real life, there are no bad people. There's just differences of opinion or something. I'm not hating on House. House kind of a... Listen, was it a good show? It was in the mid-2000s when TV was worse. What does it compare to fucking Better Call Saul? Probably not, okay? But like in the mid-2000s, it was a damn revelation because you were either watching that or Joey, right? So, like, listen, if you didn't live through it, don't judge it. That's all I'm saying. Whenever you refresh a skill, deal damage around you. I'm refreshing skills like crazy because I refresh my skills a little bit every time I take damage. What about Nip Tuck? I watched the first season of Nip Tuck. I thought it was like serious television that was good. And then like at the end of the first season, I'm pretty sure that they give a drug lord plastic surgery that like changes his appearance so much that he's unrecognizable. And then I was like, this is a damn soap opera. Like, this is not serious television. This is like General Hospital or like As the World Turns or something like that. Help me. What about Lost? I only watched like the first season of Lost, which is crazy because I think that it was good in the first season and then it got like really, really good in like the second season, and then maybe it sort of fell off, but what the heck was that? I will also say, like, why did I stop watching it? I don't know. I was 15. Like, life changes fast at that era. Shout out to the year ABC made Lost, Desperate Housewives, and Ugly Betty. So true. I've seen none of almost all of those shows, but big ups. I don't disagree. I got nothing against it. Desperate Housewives was kind of a banger. I never saw it. I definitely, for some reason, I'm familiar. I know it sounds like I'm making a joke. I'm not making a joke. I think it's because my mom watched Entertainment Tonight. I'm familiar with like every actress who was on it. You had your Eva Longoria. You had your Nicolette Sheridan. You had... Who else? Maybe I'm not familiar with all of them. Now that I think about it. Marsha Cross and Terry... I should have gotten Terry Hatcher. I'll forgive myself missing Marsha Cross, but... No disrespect to Marsha, of course. I'm just saying. Terry Hatcher, like as a kid, I grew up watching The Adventures of Superman and Lois. And PETA. Oh, Felicity Huffman. Gertrude Stein. I forgot Gertrude Stein was in that one. Holy cow, I am actually beating the shit out of you. Brother, you are not going to be in Rush Hour 3. Are you seeing this? I'm very strong. And you are very dead. Did you see that? That was crazy. I have $600. I don't want a perfect skill. I want a large farva. That's not how it works. Okay, hang on. Skills are refreshed by the amount of armor lost. Skill, you gain 2% skill damage for each armor. Okay, I buy that for synergistic purposes. We don't need to buy a potion for once. Increases damage by 1. When you defeat an enemy with a status ailment, spread it. You know what? We're defeating a lot of enemies that have poison. I'd feel content there, and then give me 1 damage. Sounds perfect for me. I may never get hit again, honestly. Oh! Okay, I'm being told Gertrude Stein was not in Desperate Housewives. I'm being told that that is disrespectful to one of the great American female novelists of the 20th century. I'd like to apologize to the estate of Gertrude Stein. Not accepted. Son of a bitch. I really needed that one. I needed to get back in the good graces of the Steinheads. You ever think about how Jim and Pam built their relationship off of bullying their autistic coworker? You know what? Listen, get out of my chat, because you're right and I hate it. It's okay, because yes, they bullied him, but like later on, they become friends with him. Like, they recognize Dwight's quirks, and they, like, find the ability to have, like, a mutual degree of respect between them, in spite of the fact that maybe they kind of... Well, they antagonize him, but he antagonizes them, too. By, like, annoying them sometimes. He probably does some other stuff. Like, I mean... I don't know. Maybe. Dwight chose him as his best man. Did that sentence make sense? Dwight chose him as him best man? Dwight chose him as his best man? Dwight was the asshole? He's just kind of a dweeb, right? Like, I mean, I've seen a lot of The Office. I should have more nuance for this discussion, but I don't really. Maybe that's for the best. Get smoked. Oh! I'm crazy. He shot a gun in the office and aimed a sniper rifle at his boss. Wait, is that problematic or based? Based? Wait, which boss? Did he aim a sniper rifle at Michael? Because Michael was just misunderstood. Or did he aim a sniper rifle at the Lizard King? Because that would make sense. It's problematic how based it is. Yeah, I'm into fitness. Fitting this whole pizza in my mouth in Ketchikan, Alaska. I see what you did there. Let's get high. Depends whether Michael Scott was in his racist era. You guys need to relax, okay? Michael Scott loves everybody. He loves them so much that he wanted them to laugh, and that's what led to him making a racist joke, okay? It's only that he loved so many people so much that he made a mistake in service of that love. It is, you know what's crazy to me is watching The Office when it aired, and thinking it was very funny that Michael Scott hated Toby for no reason, and then watching The Office like 6 or 7 years ago, and then going to like r/The Office and realizing that a lot of people who watch the show actually just hate Toby. They're like, man, I love when Michael Scott sticks it to Toby. Yes, Toby in the later episode touches Pam's leg. He shouldn't have done that, and the point of the episode is that he shouldn't have done that, okay? He leaves the office like right after that. But in season 2, like the dude's just going through a divorce or something like that. Hang on. I gotta own Lord Bruma real quick. If he was good, he'd be called Lord Vacuum. Nice try. Oh, I'm frozen. +2, I guess. Thank you, I appreciate that. I forgot how to dodge. I forgot how to not get frozen, like an asshole. My damage is insane, though. And I'm not taking that much. Relax. Stop hitting yourself. Get some new attacks, loser. Bird holding cue cards that just say swords coming in from the left and right side. cartoon man holding someone's lips shut saying, shh, let people enjoy things. Cartoon dog in a room surrounded by fire that says this is fine. Sorry, I'm just... Every once in a while I have to become a millennial again. If I could just shut the fuck up, I would definitely beat these challenges. Whew. Hang on, hang on. Someone said something about The Office and my millennial... I'm getting rankled as a millennial. Season 1 to 3 of The Office are about normal people trying to find connection and joy in everyday life, and the later seasons are just like, wow, these folks are so zany. I'm 100% with you, okay? I think The Office is not that bad. I think it's unfairly maligned, largely as a result of the fact that it's relatively inoffensive, which is offensive to people in and of itself, because it's perceived as bland and milquetoast. And also the fact that it was insanely popular, and still is. But I definitely liked it more when it was like 11 normal people, you know, trying to find a way to stave off boredom, working in this like meaningless occupation. No disrespect to paper salespeople out there, but like, you know, it's a reality. They're not doing what they wanted to do with their lives, you know? They're selling paper. And that comes with a certain amount of like existential crises, and they're kind of that's an undertone of the series, is the soul-crushing boredom of like living your... Oh, excuse me, whenever you crit your skills refresh. Ooh! But then, like, Jim and Pam fall in love, and it's like, wow, isn't it crazy that like all of these weird people who didn't really get along that much and only were acquaintances as a result of their shared workplace, it's like, actually, we're all best friends with each other. Even still, up until Michael Scott leaves, the show is still kind of like okay. But then after that, it only exists to sell mugs. Skill selector. I wouldn't mind getting a different skill. And I'm 100% with you. It has, for a show that gets so much hate, the dinner party episode is actually one of television's great episodes. At least comedy television's great episodes. It's like dinner party, pick your favorite Simpsons episode. Mine is like 23 short films about Springfield. Hank's Big Night from the Larry Sanders Show. You could probably throw in like a couple Arrested Development Season 2 episodes in that, I'd say. Trying to think about what else is in there. Hang on, we need crit chance. Crit chance. Whenever you crit, your skills refresh. Charlie work, sure. I don't know. I washed out of It's Always Sunny by like maybe like season 7, season 6. So I'm familiar with Charlie work. I'm not familiar with a lot of like what is. I mean, I was gonna call it modern day It's Always Sunny, but basically like anything in the last 10 years, except for Mac's ballet performance in prison, where Danny DeVito says, "I get it now." How do you feel about Scott's Tots? I think it's pretty good. I think it's overrated as like I can barely watch this episode, but I've also come to understand that like I have no problem with awkward humor, but a lot of people do, and as a result it becomes hard for them to watch it. But that's not me. That's all I'm saying. Palestinian chicken curb episode. I don't know if that's #1, but it's definitely up there. Palestinian chicken curb episode. It's a great episode. Hang on. No wonder I'm taking too much time. The doll is also up there. Which one is the doll? Hang on. The doll, curb your enthusiasm. What the IMDb description is so funny. Larry cuts the doll's hair with his Swiss Army knife, but when the camera zooms out afterwards, he's holding big blue scissors. I don't think that's the plot synopsis. I think that is a piece of trivia, like a gaffe from the episode. Why is that the highest search result? That's it really is a show about nothing. As part of a deal with ABC, Larry agrees to attend a screening of a new miniseries. At the after-party, Larry finds the bathroom doors have no locks, so he goes to use the upstairs bathroom, and the network exec's daughter asks him to cut the hair off her doll's head. He does, incurring the wrath of the exec's wife, a theater-goer, and Susie. I don't remember it, but I've probably seen it 4 times. Sure, I'll spend. I'll spend. I'm a spender. I'll pay 1 gold for this weird goo. Alright. I don't have enough money to buy that. Are you crazy? Can you describe I Think You Should Leave for people who haven't seen it? The spirit of I Think You Should Leave is when you get mad and you convince yourself in your head that it's justified, and then you talk to you talk to the object of your anger, and they explain to you clearly that you're being crazy, and you recognize that you're being crazy, but you're still mad, so you say something insane. You know when you get into an argument and then you start to realize that you were in the wrong, even though you think you're in the right because you're riled up? That's, I think you should leave, is the gradual realization of that. Kind of. I mean, not every sketch is exactly the same, but... That just sounds like Larry David? No, see, you got it backwards. Most of the time... in Curb, Larry David is right. It's just that he probably shouldn't... He's breaking the social contract by being so anal about minor social faux pas. There's a subtle difference. Not every sketch is like that, though, and I Think You Should Leave. Every Curb episode is like that, but, you know. You see the tweet that was like, people these days only watch television with good episodes? They'll eventually remember that the best kind of TV is something that has 200 episodes and 40 of them are the worst thing you've ever seen. I'm not there yet, but I mean, that's what TV was like when I was growing up. You weren't like... You know, why did I watch 500 episodes of Everybody Loves Raymond? Because, like, I laughed a couple of times per episode, and it fucking came on Mondays at 8 p.m. What am I gonna do, right? This is school night. That better have hit you. Oh, I'm bound! I'm bound! I think, if I had to guess, I bet my ass is using a res here, because as a melee user, this dude's a real pain in the butt. Maybe not, we got some apples. He's taking a lot of damage. I do output a lot of damage, I'll give him that. Need 1 more hit, then a perfect poison. The perfect smoky eye. Never mind, I'm good. This happened in Gungeon all the time, too. You'd be like, you'd see a boss, and you'd be like, how am I supposed to, like, ever dodge these attacks? And then you would just stand still and look at them for a second and be like, nah, oh, you just press the space bar. the same thing you do on every boss. When the attack comes in, you press the damn spacebar and quit complaining. Just gotta keep your wits about you. Don't lose HP for no reason. Whenever you can avoid it. What are you doing? Get a clue, bozo. Except when Amoconda runs at you? Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long time. How's Dan doing in Gungeon? I feel like I'm going through like some false memories or something like that. Dan's playing Enter the Gungeon. And he's tweeting stuff like, why did I never know that Enter the Gungeon was so good? But I feel like I've watched him play like 30 hours of Enter the Gungeon, which means he probably played like 200 hours of Enter the Gungeon. Yes, that's correct. Okay. So it's not just me then. I am dead. Bring me back to life. He loves to lie? Well, I think he loves to misrepresent things, which is like the dictionary definition of lying, but most people use lying with like negative connotations. I think he kind of does it in like a humorous way. Not even a LeBron Jamesian way, because I don't know why LeBron lies so much. I think he just likes to do it. I don't think he's trying to make people laugh. Then why am I not laughing? I don't know, because he's not a Toho character origin. If a Toho character did it, you'd probably be like, oh, I love her, she's so gremlin mode or whatever. I don't know. But when a living human man does it, you know, for some reason the barrier to entry is a lot higher. I'm just saying, I'm flattered that you guys are laughing right now. Imagine how much you'd be laughing if I was a damn VTuber. Shit would have like 8 million views on YouTube within 24 hours of it being uploaded. I'm actually really lucky that I don't have hair. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm not saying that I'm not good looking. I'm not trying to fish for compliments. Well, here's what I am saying. I think that and I'm not saying it's right. In fact, if anything, I'm saying that it's wrong. I think the barrier to entry for a hot comedian is a lot higher. For men, at least. I think if you're an ugly male comedian, you don't have to work as hard to be funny. I think if you're a hot male comedian, you have to be insanely hilarious in order to get the right amount of laughs. Because the average person that goes to a comedy show is going to see you walk out and be like, fuck this guy. You gotta be like really funny to get over that. Because you're gonna, when you come out, people are gonna be like, I hate you already. John Mulaney's hot? Yeah, but he's not, you know what I mean. Like imagine like Chris Hemsworth doing stand-up comedy or something like that. People would be like, shut the fuck up, you fucking hunk. Dickhead. Why don't you go do some fucking instead of trying to tell jokes? Leave the jokes to the rest of us uggos. You know what I'm saying? Is this anything? Like, you can be a classically attractive Hollywood actor and be seen as funny, but there's a difference between being, like, funny in a movie and being, like, funny on stage. Like, I can't imagine Owen Wilson getting a good reaction to his stand-up. Even though in film, in cinema, He's a funny lad. Help me! Brother, this guy's gotta go. Thank you. Is that why you're so funny? See, that's a great situation. You better hope you're hot. Because that shit was the whole joke the whole time. If you're... Wait, hang on a second. Okay, I apologize for my words and my deeds. You must be stunned. You must be perfect pilled. Oh yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Don't do the beam thing, bro. The beam thing is cringe. Don't do the beam thing! Ooh. 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 I'm not dead. I'm simply bound. I'm dead. Okay, I'll come back to life briefly. Hey, hey. Using both revives kind of sucks, though. Help me. What are you doing? See, this is the attack I wish you would do most often. That attack's no problem. Oof. So you're saying you didn't do stand-up because you're too good looking? No, I'm not. Listen. I'm simply making an observation about society. I think hot dudes have a higher barrier to entry for humor. Not in real life. Like, I think if you're a hottie in real life and you say something that's not funny, people will laugh just because they want your approval. But I think if you get on stage as a stand-up comedian and you're a hottie, you got to work a little bit harder. That's why Dane Cook never took off? I don't have it. There's an exception to every rule, okay? I don't find Dane Cook funny, but did he get laughs for a period? Yes. And he gets some laughs now, probably. In a weird... Okay, now, I don't know how deep I want to go into this. You have to understand, for context, I was the dude, like, in first year university, where everybody was like, you gotta watch this Dane Cook special. He's literally the funniest man that's ever existed in Earth's history. I was like, hey, that was not funny at all. You guys want to see something? How about we all get into my room and listen to Arizona Bay by Bill Hicks? Now, there's a comedian, you know? So, like, that's where we're coming from here. So, I'm not saying you have to respect Dane Cook. I may have been his first hater. What I am saying is that he has not, and to the best of my knowledge, he has not pivoted to Newsmax, my career died because of the woke mind virus, which for many washed, rich comedians, that temptation is very hard to resist. So he just, as far as I know, he's playing Call of Duty Warzone on Twitch, trying to make people laugh and have a good time. And, you know, that I'll give him some credit for that. Help me. So he's probably my favorite comedian, I would say. I don't know, he might be on Kick now, but he was on Twitch for a while. You should do a collab with Dane Cook. We're not... I'm more of like an Andy Kindler sort of guy, let's just be honest. Like... Dane doesn't want anything to do with me because he doesn't know who I am, and I don't want anything to do with him. The things I find funniest are a little mean-spirited And Dane Cook's humor is not mean-spirited. You know, he just wants everybody to get along. I think. I don't know. Again, it's probably worth noting I don't really know that much about him. You guys just frick off. Like, I only have so many dodge rolls here. Like, I'm doing my darndest. I don't even know what's happening. That was actually a really good room. Stat selector, please. Huh? 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 Okay. He'd go nuts for the Mr. Toshi bit. I think that's probably... Well, I was going to say I think that's probably true, but I don't know that. I appreciate the compliment, though. Dane Cook did have a bit about somebody who believed in reincarnation being turned into a tree and then turned into a Bible. You know what? I was mostly familiar with his subversive work that transcended the medium, where he said, why do they call a straight walk a beeline? Really, if something's going to be a beeline, it should look like this. And then it switches to the overhead camera, and he walks out to trace the shape of a bee. That's a certified classic right there. Okay, just let me see your attacks for a minute. That's a... I choose to poison you. I think that it would be in our best interest to probably break these generators as soon as they... Oh! As soon as they're created. Nice try. Like, you should not be allowed to exist any longer. And remember, this is not the real boss. This is merely a miniature boss. Number one worst thing that you can do in this game is just get addicted to the light attack. It's like Bloodborne. I'm trapped. You can't just be out here mashing LB and praying. You gotta use your noggin, okay? Oh, well, I forgot how to dodge roll. Okay, horrible, absolutely horrible performance right there. He's getting overpowered. I'm in trouble? I'm not in trouble. You're in trouble. Run away. Hit him with one of these. We win. Before the devil knows you're dead. Oh! Yeah, it's not like Final Fantasy 16. You know what? He's not wrong, but he shouldn't say it. Greetings, Tiny Flame Person. Did you take care of that guy all on your own? I've been buried here since I was sentenced to scrapping. My designation is Marvin. You wouldn't happen to know the way out of here, would you? Bzz. Skill tablet. Hello, Marvin. Okay, I don't know. I'll do my best, brother. Shop me? Shop me? Heals 20 HP. Bit of a slap in the face, honestly, but... Any chance I could re-roll you into more healing potions? No. Okay. Whenever you crit, you heal. I need it. I need it. And then 5 extra max HP. Because I crit and I know things. But I crit the first time I attack every enemy. This might be the sustain I need to take this run to 11. Help me. Bro, they don't run out of the attacking potion or nothing, huh? So true, they don't. Did you see the lady who said she doesn't eat bananas for ethical reasons, but she does cocaine recreationally? So here's the thing. I don't know what kind of Twitter circles I run in. I did not see that, but I did see the echo. I saw people talking about banana discourse, but I did not see any banana discourse myself. Certainly sounds crazy. Certainly sounds a little insane. I do think it's important to note, as I die here, that I think that everybody has those kind of contradictions within themselves. Not to that extent, obviously, that's like a medical problem. Which is why you should never tweet anything that isn't a shitpost. Like, the fact that you would ever... If you're gonna go out there and say it's unethical to support the banana industry, and I understand, listen, this... Motherfucker! Despite not being aware of the discourse, I can understand where it comes from. You know, colonialism leads to the price of bananas only being 50 cents per pound for like the last 70 years because there's a puppet regime installed in Central America or something like that. But you better make damn sure that you're living a perfect life before you get on people for eating bananas, because it's a very popular fruit. I'm gonna do one more run, okay? /marker Ember Knights.